Welcome back, dear 6th class students. Now, in this video, we are going to talk about your new chapter, and the name of the chapter is The Voilet. Before proceeding, I hope you have written question and answers, word meanings, and reference to context of lesson number 3 in your fair literature copy from the given PDF. The Voilet is in beautiful poetry written by Jane Taylor. So, as you all know, dear students, violet is the name of the beautiful flower whose color is blue or purple, and it gets its name from the color. So, can you name any object whose color is same and the name is also same? Think about it. So, the correct answer is orange. Okay, the fruit orange. So the color of the orange is also orange and the name is also orange. And you can see the beautiful flower from the picture also in the background. Now in this poetry, the Jane Taylor or the poem is in admiring the beauty of the flower and requesting all the human beings to be like that or to have qualities like kindness, humbleness, caring, generous, which this flower is having. Okay, she is requesting us to be like the violet. Simple as violet. The violet is not having attitude. The violet is maintaining the balance between simplicity and modesty. Now let us talk about the poet of the poem. Jane Taylor was a British poet and novelist, and she was born on 23rd September 1783. She was an English poet. As I have already told you, the words in the song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star were written by her at the age 23. That means the famous poem Twinkle Twinkle Little Star was written by her, and she passed away on 13th April 1824.
Before explanation, let us read this beautiful poem together. The Voilet. Down in a green and shady bed, a modest violet grew. Its stalk was bent, its hanged its head, as if to hide from view. And yet, it was a lovely flower, its color bright and fair. It might have graced a rosy bower instead of hiding there. Yet there it was content to bloom in modest-tinted array, and there diffuse its sweet perfume within the silent shade. Then let me to the valley go, this pretty flower to see, that I may also learn to grow in sweet humility. By Jane Taylor. So, this beautiful poetry is written by Jane Taylor, as I have already told you. Now, let's read the poetry and get the meaning of the poetry stanza wise. Now let us read the poetry stanza wise and get their meaning. So, down in a green, shady bed, a modest violet grew. Now, in this two line, the poet is talking about the flower, and the poet is telling that in the green color grass, a modest violet grew. Modest means simple, okay? A simple flower, a simple violet flower was growing. Its stalk was bent, it hung its head as if to hide from view. So now the poet is talking about the physical appearance of the flower, and the poet is telling that its stalk means lower part of the flower, was bended, okay, and only its head was visible, and we can find that the poet can find that the flower is hiding herself from everybody, as if to hide from view, means to hide. The flower is banded because the flower wants to hide from everybody, okay. Now let us read the next stanza. And yet it was a lovely flower, its color bright and fair. Now, in these two lines, the poet is talking about or admiring the beauty of the flower, and she is saying that the flower is very beautiful, very pretty, and very lovely. And the color of the flower is also very bright and very fair. As you all can see in the picture, that the flower is very beautiful, the flower is very simple, and the flower is very, you can say, attractive, okay. Now let us read the next two lines. It might have a rosy blower instead of hiding there. Now in these two lines, the poet is saying that it might rosy blower. Rosy blower means a group of roses, okay. So the poet is saying the flower is so beautiful, okay, beautiful as rose, okay, and the flower is so beautiful that it can be a part of groups of rose in the garden instead of hiding in one side, okay. Instead of, it can enhance the beauty of the garden, it can enhance the beauty of the garden, that means it can increase the beauty of the garden. The flower is so beautiful, but the flower is hiding himself from the view. The flower doesn't want anybody to see itself, okay. And in this paragraph, the first stanza and then the second stanza, the poet is just admiring the beauty of the flower, and she is telling about the physical appearance of the flower. As we have read in the last two stanza, the violet flower is very beautiful and simple. It is so beautiful that it can be the part of a beautiful surrounding, and but because of its beautiful and simple and humble nature, it chooses to be hidden. It chooses to grow in a green shady garden. Now let us read the next stanza. Yet thus it was content to bloom in modest teen arrayed, and there diffused a sweet perfume within the silent shed. Now before discussing the meaning of the lines, I would like to tell you the meaning of the words. So the word tint means shade, arrayed means arranged, okay. Modest, I have already told you, simple or humble. So, diffuse means to spread. Perfume, you know very well, fragrance. So, let's read the stanza again. Yet, thus it was content to bloom in modest-tinted array. So, the violet grew in a green shady bed, mean green grass, and it was content. Content means happy. Happy to bloom or to grow over there because of its simple and humble nature. And the flower was happy to grow there and spread its sweet perfume or sweet fragrance in the green silent place. So the flower was very happy to be alone over there, to be silently growing over there, not to do show off or not to be part of any other flower. Okay, so the flower was very happy to bloom, means to grow over there and to spread its sweet fragrance in the green shady garden. Okay, now let us read the next stanza. Now let's read the next stanza, the last stanza. Then let me to the valley go, this pretty flower to see, that I may also learn to grow in sweet humility. So here the word humility means modesty or simplicity. Now let us read the first two lines again. Then let me to the valley go, this pretty flower to see. So in this line, the poet is so impressed by the humbleness or by the simplicity of the flower that she wants to go to the valley to see that beautiful flower or the violet, that I may also learn to grow in sweet humility. So the poet is saying that I may also grow, means I should also go over there so that I can also learn or I can also inculcate. Inculcate means I can also have the qualities of simplicity, humbleness in myself from this beautiful flower. Okay. Now, children, the poet has emphasized the importance of humility and simplicity in human beings' life. The poet is giving example of the flower and telling us to be like that, how without doing show off or without showing off, the flower is silently doing its work and giving the fragrance in the garden. A, a person is rich or beautiful. A person should not make proud of it. Okay. Now, in this beautiful short poetry, Jane Taylor is emphasizing or saying everybody to inculcate. Inculcate means to have, to put the qualities like humbleness, simplicity in everybody's life, in everybody's human life. Okay. Now, let us understand the poetic device of the poetry. So, dear students or children, the poetic device is nothing, only the devices which is used by the poets to make the poetry more interesting, more attractive. Okay. So, the poetic device which is used over here is personification. The name of the poetic device is personification. Now, in personification, human qualities like pretty, beautiful, these all are human qualities. Okay, These all our human qualities are given to non-living things, okay, or object. Like here in the poetry, the example of personification is pretty flower. So pretty is the quality of a human being, and it is given to the flower, which is a non-living thing. So this is an example of personification. Now let us talk about rhyming scheme. So the rhyming scheme of the poetry is AB AB. Now let me tell you how. So the rhyming scheme of the poetry is AB AB. Now let us read the first line. Down in a green and shady bed, a modest violet grew. Its stalk was bent, it hung its head, as if to hide from view. Down in a green and shady bed. So, bed, and read the third line. Its stalk was bent, it hung its head. So, bed and head are rhyming with each other. So, we can name it as A. Okay. A modest violet grew as if to hide from view. So grew and view are rhyming with each other. The words are rhyming with each other. So we can name it B. So the rhyming scheme of the poetry is AB AB. So here is the homework for you, dear children. You have to learn and write word meanings of lesson number 4 in your fair literature copy, and you have to do exercise number 2, and the name of the exercise is pick out from the poem. This is the name of the exercise, and you have to do this exercise in your book. Okay, and good day children.